So I want to go over the difference between a recession and a stagflation. Technically, both are recession because both a recession and stagflation will have higher than 5% unemployment. So there'll be an output gap between where we are currently producing and where the long run is. But they're caused by different shifts here, and they have different severities to them. So recession, when we just say recession or generic recession, we're talking about a decrease in aggregate demand. And a decrease in aggregate demand will bring price levels down and output will decrease. Here we're going from maybe 5% unemployment where long run aggregate supply is to maybe 6%, 7%. In 2010, the United States hit 10.8% in the Great Recession. So what we're saying is this is where we are. This is the long run. Here's our gap. This right here we would call a recessionary gap. And because demand has dropped, maybe this is caused by terrorist attack, stock market crash, it could be perceptions about the future, people are saving more money, whatever the reason is, people aren't spending, so demand for all goods and services goes down, so price levels drop. And as people stop buying goods and services, businesses have to let go more and more workers, sticky wage, and because of that, more people stop spending money, and then it's a downward spiral. Versus stagflation, well, this is caused by a decrease in land, labor, and capital. A recession is caused by a decrease in aggregate demand, which is consumption, investment, spending, government spending, net exports. But here we have a leftward shift of aggregate supply. And this is awful for an economy. Not only do we have a gap here, recessionary gap, an output gap, but price levels are now increasing. So people are out of work, but now goods and services cost more. And this is because supply has decreased. And in the long run, as we'll see in a later video, aggregate supply is going to countershift here, and we're going to go back to equilibrium. In a recession, they fix themselves. But in stagflation, what's going to happen, if there is no change, no intervention, eventually, because this is a short-run decrease in land, labor, and capital, if that's not fixed, that will become a long-run decrease in land, labor, and capital. And the economy, the real output of the economy, the real GDP will narrow, will shrink. So this country is now producing less goods and services for the same population, which means the per capita GDP has decreased. People in this country are now less wealthy than they were due to the decrease in land, labor, and capital.